You want to do it? No, you can do it.
I'm going to try to do it.
Okay.
Hold this.
Okay.
You just have a steadier hand than I do. Like if it's up to me, it's like.
Super cute.
I love cookie dough and I want to eat that cookie
I know. You can have some. There'll be plenty.
I have my system.
Okay.
You have
Okay.
your system? I have my system.
All right. Whatever works. Hi. Welcome back to Baking with Josh.
Hello. We're back.
We're back in the U.S.
We had such a great trip to Scotland, you guys.
Yeah, Scotland was amazing.
It was amazing.
So beautiful.
We ate a lot. I ate so much.
Way too much.
I ate so much. Oh my God. And the scotch was really good.
The scotch was good. The people were great.
We just had the best time. Scotland, we love ya.
We love ya.
We love ya. But okay, so we're back home. So back to business.
Yep, back to business, guys.
Back to baking business. One of the questions we get asked the most is for your sugar cookie dough recipe.
Yes, yes. And so today we're going to make the sugar cookie dough.
Woo,
Finally.
The crowd goes crazy. I don't know, you can buy them in stores.
Yeah, you buy them at the grocery store and they're hard and crispy. These are super soft and delicious.
Yummy. All right, Jen, are you happy? Finally.
Finally.
She's
finally.
like bugged me about it.
Now this is a pretty simple recipe, really. I've tried a few and this is definitely my favorite and turns out the best.
Right?
So now you can make the cookies. I already did the royal icing tutorial, so you guys should be masters now.
Masters. All right, so what are we gonna need?
Okay, so first we're gonna need for the ingredients 1.5 sticks of butter or 3/4 a cup, softened.
Okay.
1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, a half teaspoon of vanilla, 2.5 cups of flour, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder.
But what's the first thing we're gonna
Okay,
do?
the first thing we need to do is to add the butter, and we're gonna make sure it's really creamy before we add the sugar.
Can I do it?
Okay, so put the mixer down, lock it,
Got it?
and then turn the mixer on to medium speed.
Oh no, is that too fast?
Nope, that's good.
Good.
So we're gonna let that butter really get nice and creamy before we start adding the sugar. Put the mixer down to the lowest speed and just slowly add the sugar. You wanna do it? No, you can do it.
I'm gonna try to do it.
Okay.
Hold this.
Okay. Just slowly add it to incorporate the sugar, and then we're gonna mix it at medium speed for a little longer to make sure that's mixed up before we add the eggs and the vanilla. All right, that's looking good, babe. So yeah, go ahead and add the rest of the sugar. Great. Okay.
I'm really proud of myself that I did that without messing up.
You did a great
There was a high
job.
probability of me messing that up.
Now the butter and sugar are all mixed together really nicely, and so we're gonna add the eggs. So we're gonna take the vanilla and put the vanilla with the eggs and then beat up this mixture. Just like so. And then we're gonna add the whole egg mixture to the butter and the sugar. And again, we're going to mix this until it's all incorporated together nicely. Okay, that's all mixed, so now we're gonna add the baking powder, the salt to the flour mixture, whisk that together, then add that to the mixture slowly.
You do that
Okay,
part.
let's
I'll do
switch
this
then.
part.
We'll
Okay.
switch.
We'll switch. 'Cause I would spill it getting it in there.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, I mean, you can do it a little faster if you want.
You just have a steadier hand than I do. Like if it's up to me, it's like, you know.
It's okay. When you bake, you do make a mess, so it's okay. Now we're going to put this on the lowest speed, and we're just gonna slowly spoon in the flour mixture.
I love the smell of the vanilla.
I know,
smell
it's
it.
really good. Okay, so we're just gonna keep adding the flour 1 spoonful at a time until it's all incorporated.
Incorporated. See what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
There's no way I could do that. It would get everywhere. I couldn't do it. I would have
I
to
think
do
you
like,
could.
No, I'd have to do like 1 spoon.
You
at
don't
a
give
time.
yourself enough credit. So after the flour's all in, I usually turn up the mixer to a little higher speed just to make sure it's all blended together great. So we're all done with the dough,
Okay.
and it turned out really nice. We're gonna take the spatula and get all of the dough out of the mixer, put it in this glass bowl, we're gonna cover it, and then put it in the refrigerator for at least 3 hours.
Why 3 hours?
Well, 3 hours because you're gonna make sure it's nice and chill before you roll it out and cut it. So I'll put the plastic wrap on while Angela has some cookie dough.
Sometimes Josh will just leave me a little, he'll put this aside and then leave me a little piece. And I find it in the fridge and it makes me really happy.
The little things.
I know.
All right, so we let the dough chill overnight.
Now, wait, you don't have to let the dough chill overnight, right? It's just 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours at least.
But we had really bad chill.
Really bad.
I We looked back at the footage and we were
like
so
zombies.
So cookie dough. I'm so sorry if we're low energy, but we have had some sleep now.
We feel better. So the cookie dough is all ready to be rolled out and cut into shapes.
Can I roll?
Sure.
But what do we need to roll the dough out? Because you say like roll the dough out, and I just would have like put it on the counter.
Well, actually, you can put it on the counter. Like
Okay.
I've done that many times. Just sprinkle some flour on the counter and roll out the dough.
You like using these silicone mats?
I do, because the dough doesn't stick to the mat like it would to the counter, and plus it's really easy to clean up. First step, we're gonna sprinkle some flour over the silicone mat area where we're gonna be rolling. Then I'm going to take half of this cookie dough, I'm gonna roll it up into a ball and kind of knead it, and use some flour too so it doesn't stick to your hands. Then we're gonna push it down and then roll it out.
You know what? I want my apron.
Get your apron. Yeah,
I have a cat apron, you guys. It's so cute. My neighbor's got it for me.
This does get a little messy. I like to keep a little flour just on the side, just in case we need a little bit more. Super cute.
I love it so much. While you're rolling the dough out, I set the oven for, what did I set it for?
I set it for 400.
I set it for 400.
This is what we're gonna put the cookies on. So I'll set this to the side. Now we're ready to start rolling the dough out. So I'm gonna grab half of this dough mixture. It can be a little hard, you know, so you have to kind of get your hands in there to get about half. It doesn't have to be perfect.
All I can think of when he's doing that is that I love cookie dough and I want to eat that cookie.
I know, you can have some. There'll be plenty.
Dough.
What I like to do is just kind of press it against the flour so it doesn't stick as much to your hands. And then we're gonna get it into a nice little ball, and then we're gonna roll it out. Press it down.
Okay, and now I get to roll?
And then you get to roll it out. I'll go ahead and get this started, and then you can finish rolling, okay?
Sure, fine.
You wanna roll from on one side and then roll to the other side so the dough doesn't extend past the silicone mat. And then you wanna use some flour in between just to make sure it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. Okay, babe.
My turn?
Go ahead.
I know I'm not as fast as you.
That's okay.
I don't have the muscles. I don't have the upper body strength. I have my system.
Okay,
You have
okay.
your system? I have my system.
All right,
I
whatever
don't
works.
have a system.
Whatever
I don't
works.
have a system. Who are we kidding? Let me tell you something. I bet him watching me do this right now is making him crazy because he's probably like, I would do it this way, I would do it that way.
Just a little bit. No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
This is a life lesson in
I'll use
letting
a little bit
go,
more
babe.
flour, though.
Hey, you followed my arm.
I still want to stick. There you go. All right, go for it. So now we're going to cut out the cookies.
We're doing what, round cookies?
We're doing round cookies just because they're easy. So you want to make sure you flour your cookie cutter before you start so it doesn't stick to the cookie cutter.
Boom! How about that? Now what?
All right,
Now
just
what?
kind of twist it a little bit to make sure it's cut. And sometimes it'll stick inside, which is fine. Just be prepared to catch it.
Parchment paper, people.
I like the parchment paper because then you don't have to keep cleaning your cookie sheet. Simplifies everything.
You're all about simplifying.
I am. It's perfect.
Okay.
These look great. Put these in the oven for 6 minutes. That's all it takes.
That's it?
That's it. You don't want to overcook these at all. Otherwise they turn out really crispy and burnt
Gross. Who
a little
wants
bit,
that?
like on the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna pop these in the oven and we'll show you what happens after. Okay, so we took the cookies out of the oven. They look great.
They look really good. They taste good. And now we're gonna decorate them maybe tonight with the kids, right?
Yeah.
Super easy, super yummy. We'll be decorating cookies tonight. All right, you guys, we hope you're well. Thanks for enduring our sort of jet lag back from Scotland video. I am gearing up to go back to Canada because we're gonna start season 2 of Haters Back Off. Not really sure how we're gonna do it.
I don't know.
But we'll do it.
Yep.
We'll do it.
We'll make it work.
All right, you guys, have a great day.
All right, bye.
Bye. This is me on my tippy toes. Ready? Not on my tippy toes. Then put it in there. Oh, then put it in there.
Yeah. And, oh, you can use a spoon.
Oh. Just reach my hand in. Crazy, creepy old Dwight relative was like, "You're just a little kitchen witch." So I kind of feel like little kitchen witch. Baking etiquette. Like, hey, what are you doing?